Welcome back. Brett Knybel here with the Knybel Real Estate Network. And if you're dreaming of owning a home here in Michigan, then you have two big choices. The first is buying a home that is already built or building your own home from scratch. Sounds simple, right? But here in Michigan, there are often hidden costs and major headaches most people never ever consider. We're talking money traps and frustrating delays that can turn your dream into a real nightmare if you're not prepared. Today, we're breaking down the actual real costs for both paths, both buying an existing home and building a brand new one. So let's dive right in. Part one, guys, the buying path. It's what you see mostly. All right, let's start with the path most people take, which is buying an existing home. It feels simpler, and in many ways it really is. First, the upsides of buying. It's move-in ready. This is a big one. You can often move in quickly, sometimes in just a month or two. No waiting around for construction or permits. Another benefit, you know the costs, well, mostly. The purchase price is clear, and inspection usually reveals the most major threats up front, giving you a pretty good idea of what you're getting into financially. Another benefit, the neighborhoods are established. You get mature trees, existing communities, and often better access to amenities, schools, and sometimes even public water and sewer. Another benefit, it's a done deal. The yard is typically already landscaped, the driveway is already paved, and the utilities are already connected. That's a lot less initial work for you up front. So this sounds good, right? Don't be fooled by just the sticker price. Existing homes, especially ones common across Michigan, come with their own set of hidden costs and real potential headaches. The first true headache, older systems and future repairs. That furnace, the roof and windows, or the water heater, they all have a lifespan. In Michigan, replacing a roof can cost anywhere between $10,000 and $20,000 or more. A furnace is another $5,000 to $10,000. These aren't if, they're when for older homes, and they can hit your wallet really hard and really fast. Think of it like buying a used car. It might run great right now, but you know that those tires and the brakes and maybe even the engine might need some work down the road. That's the same with an old existing home. Another hurdle, Michigan property taxes. This is a big one, and it's an ongoing cost. Property taxes vary widely by location here in Michigan. Your yearly tax bill can easily be thousands of dollars every single year. Always research specific property taxes for any home you're considering purchasing that's already existing. The closing costs. Don't forget these fees you pay when you get the keys. Things like loan fees, appraisal fees, title insurance, they can add up to thousands of dollars, typically 2 to 5%, of the loan amount. Another downside, there's no customization. You're often stuck with the layout and the finishes. Major changes mean expensive renovations, which can often be just as stressful and costly as building, but without the benefit of starting with a completely blank slate. So buying offers predictability and a quicker move-in, but be ready for potential repair bills and no custom choices. Now, let's explore building your dream home. Part two, guys, the building path, what you don't see. Okay, now let's talk about building. The idea of designing your own home, picking every single tile, every single cabinet sounds amazing. Total control and brand new everything. But hold on. In Michigan, there are some seriously costly surprises hidden underground and in the permits that most people never even consider. But before we dive into that, let's talk about the upsides of building. First, total customization. You get to design your perfect home from the layout to every single finish. It's your vision, exactly how you pictured it. And everything is new. New everything means brand new roof, HVAC, brand new appliances, brand new plumbing. This means less immediate maintenance worries and modern energy efficiency to lower your utility bills. There's a warranty as well. Most reputable builders offer warranties on new construction, giving you peace of mind when you first move in. Now let's talk about some of the cons of building. So building sounds great, right? What could possibly go wrong? Well, here's where the dream can quickly turn into a financial drain. First, the land itself. Not all Michigan land is buildable. This is probably the biggest and most overlooked and potentially most expensive hidden cost when building in Michigan. You find a beautiful piece of land. It looks perfect, it's cheap, but can you actually build on it? Wetlands. Wetlands in Michigan, the homeowner's nightmare. Bought land only to find out it's a giant unbuildable swamp? Don't make this mistake. Michigan has lots of wetlands. Building on them is often illegal and requires expensive permits and mitigation, like creating new wetlands elsewhere. Buying land that's mostly wetlands could mean you've bought worthless land for building. Get a wetland delineation, a professional check before you buy. Perk test failure. Percolation test. If your land isn't in the city with public sewers, you'll need a septic system. And for a septic to work, the soil has to perk, meaning water drains through it properly. A perk test checks this. If it fails, you can't install regular septic and might need a much more expensive alternative system like a mound system, adding $15,000 to even $40,000 or more. Get a perk test done before you buy the land so you can avoid expensive engineered fields. Even if it's not a wetland and it perks, the type of soil really matters. Rocky ground, steep slopes, or high water tables can dramatically increase excavation costs for your foundation or basement. Another thing to really think about is the hidden utility costs for all rural Michigan properties. Once you know you can physically build on the land, you need to think about how you will get the basic necessities. In rural Michigan, those aren't always cheap or easy. Well, in septic systems, if there's no city water or sewer, you'll need your own. The real cost of a well and septic system in Michigan, we're talking tens of thousands before your house is even built. Factor this in. Drilling a well can be $10,000 to $30,000 or more. A septic system, another $10,000 to $25,000, and that's potentially $20,000 to even $60,000 before you actually start building your house. No natural gas? Welcome to Michigan's propane trap. Natural gas versus propane. Many rural areas in Michigan simply don't have natural gas lines. Propane is available anywhere, but it is significantly more expensive per month for heating and hot water, and prices, they fluctuate widely. This is a huge ongoing cost difference. Always check for natural gas availability before buying land. High-speed internet availability. In today's world, internet is a necessity, but many rural Michigan areas lack reliable high-speed internet. You might be stuck with slow, expensive satellite or limited cellular hotspots, which impacts work, school, and entertainment. Check internet options before you buy. Flood zones. These are areas with high flood risk, common near Michigan's abundant waterways. Building in a flood zone often requires expensive, elevated foundations and mandatory, costly flood insurance. Always check FEMA flood maps before you buy land. Construction loans and cost overruns. Building involves construction loans, where you pay interest during the build itself. This is an added expense that no one even thinks of. Then this is a big one. Unexpected cost overruns, weather delays, material shortages, or unexpected conditions on your site that can easily add thousands or even tens of thousands to your overall build. Our most critical advice here, always add a 15 to 20% buffer to any construction budget. If your builder estimates $300,000, plan for $350,000. Seriously, it's rare for a new build to come in exactly on budget. And final advice, so whether you're buying an existing home or building a new one here in Michigan, understanding the true cost is vital. Buying offers predictability and a faster move-in, but be ready for potential future repairs. Building gives you that dream custom home, but comes with significant hidden risks in the land, utilities, and the permits. Here's our key advice. For buying an existing home, get a super thorough inspection. Research property taxes carefully and factor in any immediate renovation costs. For building a new home, this is especially important. Do your due diligence on the land first. Get wetland delineations and perk tests before you buy. Verify if natural gas and high-speed internet are actually available at your property, and talk to your local building department about permits and timelines before you buy the land. Don't just take the realtors or the builder's word for it. Budget specifically for well and septic and propane if needed. And finally, always add another 15 to 20% contingency fund for your construction budget. You'll thank us later. Which path sounds right for you? Have you experienced any of these hidden costs in Michigan? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe to our channel for more real-world home advice, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.